Hello children. A for apple. It's an aspiration for many. And also A for apple. It's also an aspiration for many. Aspiration means desires or goals that a person wants to fulfill. Let me ask you one question. Do all persons have same desires or developmental goals or aspirations? When we fulfill our desires or developmental goals or aspirations, we can say ourselves to have achieved the success. Sundar Pichai is the Chief Executive Officer, that is, the person who runs the Google company. Most of the times, we aspire to become Sundar Pichai or Kalpana Chawla or Kiran Bedi, the first women IPS officer. Now, these farmers could be landless laborers working in the fields of others. They would aspire, or their developmental goal would be to have a land of their own. Now, this farmer perhaps has its own land. His developmental goal or aspirations would be to possess or own a tractor. Now, this farmer has a tractor. His developmental goal or aspiration would be to have a large combine. Now, this farmer's developmental goal or aspiration could be to have an agricultural company of its own. This used to be an aspiration when there was no fan. After fan, people's aspiration moved towards cooler. And those families that have cooler now aspire for an air conditioner. Now, this is Superman. The Spider-Man. And she is the Catwoman. Do you know about Mountain Man? Mountain Man of India? Well, I'll discuss that after a few seconds. Now, this is Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan built this monument for his wife Mumtaz Mahal. Now, it was the aspiration of Shah Jahan. Now, this is Primary Healthcare Center. A landless laborer's developmental goal or aspiration would be to send his family to Primary Healthcare Center, Prathamika Swasthya Kendra, and at most to government medical. But a rich farmer could aspire to send his family to private medical for treatment. Now, he is the Canal Man of India, Daitari Naik. He belongs to Odisha. He won Padma Shri Award, the 4th highest award in India from President. Now, the question is, what developmental goal or aspiration he had for society? Well, in his village, the land became dry and there was no irrigation facility. So he constructed a 3-kilometer canal from Gonasika mountain so that water could reach his village. Now, she is Kamala Pujari, again a woman from Odisha. Her developmental goal or aspiration was to preserve local varieties of paddy and to promote organic farming. So, what was her aspiration or developmental goal for the society? It was to preserve local varieties of paddy. साइती की कौन साइती की धान रखिबो जोटा कि local variety, and to promote organic farming. So what is organic farming? Farming without any use of pesticides or insecticides. Now, Can you see this road in between two mountains? Well, there was no road before. And this road was not built by government, but by a single person. He is Dasrath Manjhi, the mountain man of India. Dasrath Manjhi, using hammer and chisel, ହାତୁଡ଼ି ଆଉ ନିହାଣ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରି ପାହାଡ଼ ଖୋଳି ଦେଇଥିଲା. Why? It is because of the mountain, people had to move a distance of 55 kilometers for medical checkup or for medical treatment. What was the distance? 55 kilometers. And his wife, that is Dasrath Manji's wife, died while covering this large distance. Today, because of his effort, instead of 55 kilometers, the villagers have to move only 15 kilometers. So instead of 55 kilometers, people have to move 15 kilometers. You can do the mathematics, 55 minus 15, and all this because of Dasrath Manjhi. So people have different aspirations or developmental goals or desires. Aspirations or developmental goals are positive in nature. Now you can say that in future I want to eat 5 packets of gutka. Now this eating 5 packets of gutka or smoking 5 packets of cigarettes are not positive goals, and therefore we cannot say them to be aspirations or developmental goals. The aspirations or developmental goals should be positive in nature and not negative. And you could realize different people have different developmental goals. It is because people are different, and so also their life situations. Now you can see the picture of a boy suffering from smallpox, a disease caused by virus. Edward Jenner discovered its treatment. Today the world is fighting against coronavirus, and the aspiration or developmental goal of doctors and scientists around the world is to find a vaccination. And finally, the present aspiration of these migrant laborers is to reach their homes safely. So let us revise again. What do you mean by aspirations or developmental goals or desires? So people have different aspirations or developmental goals or desires, and these aspirations or developmental goals are positive in nature, and different people have different developmental goals. Why? Because people are different, so also their life situations. Thank you all for